We are qualified to be MLAs. We are about to demonstrate we are unqualified to be painters.
An engineer and a lawyer.
An engineer and a lawyer.
New careers as artists.
I think mine is going to be abstract. You always have a smile on your face, and I can't figure out how to do a smile. You're happy. That's the thing.
I think it's really about how do I draw the mustache. Every time Rob stands up to speak, I look at him and I think, how am I going to paint that mustache when the time comes?
We didn't even know each other till after the election, and so we're just so lucky to it all clicked.
All the possibilities it could have been, and the complementary skill set, even-tempered individuals, great team that keep us on track. We got a lot done. We got our voices heard.
I'm gonna go with maybe yellow. Maybe I'll do this. Oh, I wonder if I can do that without wrecking that. Well, the question period, I was really skeptical about it at the beginning, and it actually serves an important purpose because it enables you to really clearly and succinctly tackle the government on something they're not doing, whether it's on climate change or the rates for persons with disabilities or any number of things. It's just such a good way and a succinct way to get it on the record.
You go into question period with a lot of anticipation and a lot of optimism and kind of nervous, and then unfortunately sort of realize that we're not getting a lot of answers. But we carried on. We kept coming up with good questions. Sometimes we got hints of an answer. Sometimes we'll use those answers as the other parties do. We'll bring them up a year from now and say, well, you said this.
I'm focused on just this creating a great big blob of hair. You have such a head of hair.
Rob is a pretty happy guy too. I feel like I might be making him look a bit sad. But
I don't know how to do a smile, so I got this weird shape of a smile, because you're always smiling.
I just work of art. We really threaded the needle there with the help of, well, mostly thanks to Rob, but also Nikki Sharma and others. Done some of the work. It wasn't an easy process, but it proves that not every negotiation has to end up with somebody storming away. I actually work through things with people that are on other teams, so to speak. We've forgotten how to do that. Generally, as a society, we're pretty focused on being right.
Sonia and Adam in the fall were hugely helpful, and then sort of set us loose to do our own thing. And then really with the caucus team, they're hugely helpful in helping us frame the strategy. I mean, we have such a network of experts and volunteers and people with lived experience who have really helped us frame our approach and make sure it's grounded in reality. And then, as you said, the constituency office, I mean, holy smokes. It's all happening in the constituencies, and that really helps us, grounds us in terms of the approach we take.
It's a bit like running an engineering project. We get experts from a whole bunch of different disciplines that we try and pull that input together in this design or environmental assessment or something. And obviously there's no way we could be experts on any of these number of things that we need to talk about. So, but it's also a really good example of some people think MLAs are there to be leaders, and that's true that you have to lead at times, but also maybe in some ways the most faithful way of representing people is to treat them as mentors. It's terribly relaxing in this.
Have little shots of red.
I'm really worried that you're not going to like this, Rob.
Well, I know you're not going to like this, but I feel really good about where this is landing. It was just so moving to see those kids actually in the legislature taking an interest in learning about how government works. Really, those kids are why we're all here. We're here because we're representing constituents and being part of decisions that will form the way the climate is, the way the environment is, the way the economy is. Everything that those kids live through their lives, we're actually setting that up in the decisions we make every day in the legislature. And it's funny because afterwards I went to see the legislative interns. Inside of 5 minutes, I'm meeting the generation that will be benefiting, or hopefully benefiting, from all the decisions we make as a legislature. And then within the same 5 minutes, I'm meeting the next MLAs for this province, because, you know, Jeremy and I will do our work, but we'll be passing the torch to some of those legislative interns.
Spent a lot of time in that chamber talking about all the things that are going wrong. We don't have hope. What do we have, really? I grow tired at the constant peddling of people's tragedy and without solutions, you know. It's got it. Every problem has a solution. We know that. We've solved a lot of problems as a species, as a society. Get our adversarial system is there to criticize and to poke holes and to find gaps, but without that flip side of this is how we can give hope. This is how we can give people hope and provide for the future. Then, I mean, what are we actually doing? What's the contribution besides just generating hopelessness? It'd be nice if all 93 of us were just working towards hope and solutions. And I guess you need to. That's one thing I've learned is you really need to identify the problem. That's through Carga and through our platform. We had a problem statement, which is a good thing to have. You got to define the problem. It seems like sometimes we just stop there. We define the problem and then define the same problem 16 more ways.
I'm really glad this is over in 20 minutes, because there's no amount of work I could do to this painting that will recover it.
I feel the same way. You know, I think I need to figure out a way to make Rob look happier. Try and paint his eyes at 45 degrees. He's not a deer.
I can't do a smile, but I want you to have a smile. Maybe I'll just write it. Like, that's the thing, there's no rules, right? So I've added a little bit of a legend to this. We turning them around so we can see each other's? There you go.
I love the legend. It's good.
There we go.
There it is.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sorry that you look sad. This is not sad.
That's okay.
You got something like that 45 degrees.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it. See, you're more economical with your paint strokes. I mean, you know, like that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 11 strokes and you've captured my soul. I mean, Jeremy, that's what a leader does, you know, it's economy. It's economy. That's great. Well, here, hold on a second.